everybody, and welcome to the Tora Jordan Show. I am your host, Tora Jordan. If you are new here, hi, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, hey, welcome back. Glad to see you. So today, my subject of discussion is cheat meals, or cheat days, or cheat weekends, or vacation. You know, we're coming up in the spring. We're coming up. I mean, you know, we've got Easter in April. We've got Mother's Day, we've got Memorial Day, we've got Father's Day, then we got the 4th of July, and then, you know, then we're coming up on Labor Day weekend. We got a lot of stuff going on. And, you know, barbecues and family get-togethers and things like that. They're coming up. They're coming up. Okay, and being on low-carb keto, when you've been really strict, sometimes it can be quite a temptation when you go to somebody else's, you know, like go to your brother or sister's house and for a barbecue, or your mom and dad's, or whatever, or a fish fry or something like that. It's really a temptation, and you're just, oh, I can't have it. You know, I can't, just say no. You know, it's hard. So what Josh and I do, how we do it is we have a designated cheat meal /day/weekend, depending upon what it is, designated each month. And we only do it once a month. Now, there are times when we do have an impromptu cheat meal or cheat week or whatever, or cheat weekend, when it's, you know, like when his mom was in the hospital. The first night she was there, we stopped and got sub sandwiches. And it was one of those, drop everything we're doing and go. And then we're like, we're starving. What, you know, just grab something. Those kind of things, you know, they're impromptu. They're, you know, we call them our emergency cheats. And we try to limit those as much as we possibly can. But as far as a set cheat day or cheat weekend, what we do is we plan them out once a month. In April, it's my ketoversary, and it's also Josh's birthday. So we already have in our minds that weekend, or we're gonna take a weekend, and that's gonna be our cheat weekend. You know, we're gonna enjoy ourselves, because it's just something that we need to have every once in a while. Easter, we already pretty much know that we're going to be as good as we possibly can. And try to avert our eyes from temptation. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And Memorial Day weekend, we have a big family camp out. And I already told the family, I was like, hey, it's our cheat weekend. You know, we're gonna do, you know, Josh is like, oh, I'm gonna be as good as I can. And I'm like, sweetie, I'm cooking our opening meal, and we're having cowboy beans. Which cowboy beans is like baked beans, except you cook them over a fire with ground beef. So, I mean, you know, I've got a bunch of canned beans, and I really don't want them to go to waste. So, easy way to get, you know, those out of my house without wasting. So, Memorial Day weekend, I know that that's going to be a cheat weekend. And then in June, we have Father's Day, and both of our dads love fish fries, so we may end up doing a fish fry. Not sure what we're going to do. It kind of depends on what both sides of the family want to do. And then 4th of July, we know that that's, you know, our vacation time. We already have a set vacation. We're going to go and enjoy ourselves on that. In August, it's my birthday and our wedding anniversary. They're real close together. So we're probably just going to combine those two and have one special day where we just kind of relax and have what we want to have. And then Labor Day weekend, we're having another family camp out. So, I already know that those are my summertime designated cheat meal /day /weekend /week, because we have our vacation. So, that's my plan. And I'm going to say this, don't go and just go hog wild on your cheat days. I will tell you this from experience. When you've been on low carb and keto, because it had been like 6 weeks that I was on low carb and keto before Labor Day weekend or Memorial Day weekend last year. Because I started on April 19th and it was Memorial Day weekend. So about 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks there that I was stripped. And my tummy paid for it. I had a lot of gas pain in the bathroom, you know. And I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to sound blunt. Usually when you have a cheat weekend or a cheat day or something like that, your digestive system is going to react in one of two ways. Either you're going to be constipated or you're going to need to be really close to a toilet. Okay? You're going to be diuretic. And nobody wants that. And nobody wants to be constipated. So, but anyway, that is kind of a side effect to having a cheat day or a cheat weekend. And you're going to feel bloated. Because your system's not used to having the carbs and the sugar and everything like that. And the yeast from bread, your tummy's going to puff up. Okay? And you're going to feel bloated. Ooh, you're going to feel bloated. But, you know, that's some negative side effects. And you may gain a few pounds. Depending upon how long you're on your cheat. You can gain a few pounds. So that's, you know, if you're really like, I want to lose weight, there's that. You may end up gaining some weight on a cheat. Okay? So just a heads up. However, I am going to say that's the negatives. Or some of the negatives, okay? That's some of the negatives. Let's look at the positives, okay? Story time. Memorial Day weekend last year, my godson was 3 years old. I was on keto, okay? His mama brought him out to the family property. And we were there and we were talking and everything like this. And he wanted to help. I want to help. So he was helping set up tents and things like that. And then he needed a snack. I mean, he's 3. He needs a snack. I'm 37 or I was 36 at that time. I needed a snack. And I was like, hey, Jessica, do we have anything to snack on? She's like, well, we got marshmallows. And I was like, hey, buddy, you want marshmallow? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay. I said, you want me to roast you a marshmallow? And he goes, I don't know. He was like, I don't know what that is. And I said, do you want a marshmallow hot or do you want a marshmallow cold? And it was kind of it was kind of misty that day. And we had already had the campfire going, one of the campfires going. And he goes, and I was like, have you ever had a marshmallow hot? And he goes, so of course, me being me, I just went and got a stick and I put a marshmallow on there and I stuck it in the fire and he just, it's on fire! It's on fire! Of course, you know, I was burning him a marshmallow. That's how I love my marshmallows, is burnt. I like them burnt. And I blew it out and I made sure it was nice and cold. I wasn't going to give a 3-year-old a flaming marshmallow. I made sure it was nice and cold. And what I did was I took the burnt part off and I blew on it and I gave him, and he's just looking at it like thought I'd just ruined the entire thing. And so I took a pinch and I ate it and I was like, And I gave him gave it back to him. And he bit into it. And I mean, his eyes rolled back in his head. From then on, he wanted marshmallows hot. So on my first cheat weekend, I mean, I ate several marshmallows hot because my godson, he loves to share. So, you know, and Tori, marshmallow hot. And of course, I'd burn him a marshmallow and he'd eat half of it. He'd be like, you take some. So, I mean, we were sharing. And, you know, I just really enjoyed my day or my weekend. And I will tell you this. Our family, you know, we've got several who are diabetic. We got a few that are diabetic, several that are watching their carbs and things like that. So what we did, I was on the menu planner. For one of the meals, I actually made a big pot, a big cast iron pot full of fried cabbage. it lessened the carbs, you know, and everybody loved it. I mean, you know, that was something that we all grew up with, was fried cabbage. And being that we were on our family property, it just kind of brought back some sweet memories. Okay, and fried cabbage is easy to cook over a campfire, you know, so there you go. And we also made sure on planning on the meal plans that we had some dishes that were more diabetic friendly, because, you know, being on keto, it's okay if I eat marshmallows and things like that. As far as, you know, it's not going to, you know, possibly send me into a diabetic coma. I mean, you know, I have no idea. It could probably, you know, anything's possible. But we do have some diabetics, so we were making sure that we had dishes prepared that were more diabetic friendly. And I also took a loaf of keto bread with me. So I was, you know, I didn't have hamburger buns. I didn't know they made keto hamburger buns at the time. Otherwise, I probably would have grabbed some and taken them with me. But I just went to the store and bought a loaf of keto bread and took it with me and had my burgers and things like that on keto bread. And I mean, we cooked a ham on a spit. I mean, we did several different things. We're not the traditional hot dog every meal type people. Now, we did do like a breakfast skillet with scrambled eggs, bacon, and sausage, and some potatoes. And, you know, you can pick around the potatoes, things like that. So, anyway, I said all that to say this, and I just slapped myself in the face. I said all that to say this. If you are going to plan to have a cheat day or a cheat meal, it's okay. I wouldn't do it very often, especially if you're wanting to lose a substantial amount of weight. I really have no weight loss total poundage goal. I don't. So, I mean, you know, I lose what I lose is kind of where I'm at. But there are some people who said that, you know, I want to lose 70 pounds. I want to lose 100 pounds. I want to lose 200 pounds. Those type of people may, you know, may need to only do it once a month or once every 2 months. And plan, you know, plan your cheats, okay? Because you don't want to have one every week, because, you know, getting your body into ketosis. We talked about ketosis is where the ketones in your liver are kicking out and they're eating everything and you're, you know, eating all the fat in your body. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4 days to get into a state of ketosis. And if you're having a cheat weekend, you know, cheat weekend every single weekend on Saturday and Sunday, you know, you're going to, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you may not be in ketosis. So then you only got Friday and Saturday for your body to be, you know, kicking butt and taking names. And then here's another cheat. So your body's just constantly fighting to get into ketosis. That's why Josh and I plan ours only once a month. That way our body can get into the state of ketosis and stay there. Okay, so I talked about the negatives, talked about some personal stuff. Now let's talk about some positives with having a cheat. Sometimes when you hit a stall, and we kind of touched on what stalls are, it's where you're doing everything right, but your body is just not, it's just maintaining. I mean, you're not losing, you're not gaining, you're just kind of even keeled, okay? Sometimes when your body goes into a stall, have a cheat meal, okay? Have a plate of French fries, because then it sends your body almost into like keto shock. And I'm saying that like this, not like, you know, medical shock. I'm talking about, you know, your body's like, and then it gets those starchy potatoes, and then it goes, oh, we got too many carbs. Let's go. Go. Sometimes when you're hitting a stall, my dogs came running in here. Get down. Sometimes when you hit a stall, you know, having a simple cheat meal can really kick it, you you know, kick your gears into high gear. Get you out of granny low 4-lock, you know, where you're just creeping along into race mode, okay? And sometimes our bodies need that. Every once in a while, mine does that, and I need to figure something out. Cheat meals can break up the monotony and the mindset of, oh, I'm on keto and low carb, and I can't have nothing. Okay, so having a cheat meal can be good for your mental and your motivation. Cheat meals can also help make you feel more social. In fact, we have a friend whose daughter is getting married this year. And we also have one of our nieces is getting married. Now, when, you know, at the receptions, you know, there's going to be cake. And Tora's planning on enjoying some cake. I mean, I'm not going to cut a piece that's this big. I mean, it may be just a you know, small piece. But I'm still going to enjoy cake with everybody else and help celebrate the union of those two beautiful couples. Okay? So, there's that. It can be, you know, it can almost be socially isolating to be on keto because people think, oh, you can't eat that. Oh, would you like a piece of pie? Oh, you can't have that. Okay? Sometimes, you know, live just a little. Okay? I'm not saying go off the deep end. I'm just saying live just a little, okay? So, there's those points. So, if you're thinking about going on vacation, last year when we went on vacation with my mother and father-in-law, they're both diabetic. So, we kind of tried to plan where we were going to eat around their dietary needs. And I told Josh, I said, vacation carbs don't count in my book. And he started laughing. I'm like, no, seriously, I'm going to enjoy my vacation and not stress while I'm on vacation over what I'm eating. Some people are more hardcore than that. I'm just kind of a little more lax when it comes to, you know, vacation and things like that. But that's me. Everybody's different. I mean, I think there may be 1 or 2 keto restaurants in the United States, but not every restaurant is keto. Okay? I mean, you can't go to a fried chicken place and get keto fried chicken. They don't serve it. So they just have the regular old flour fried chicken. So what you gonna do? I get a little lax on vacation, and that's fine. I mean, I, you know, have the belly bloating, but I enjoy spending time and you know, trying new things, because I wouldn't have tried some of the dishes that I had if I was on keto, or some of the dishes I had while I was on vacation, I wouldn't have been able to do it on keto. And there was a few of them that I really enjoyed. So anyway, I'm going to jump off of here. Just wanted to let you all know about cheating. You know, having an off day or an off meal. It's not a bad thing. In my book, you know, there's times and places to do it, but don't do it too often, because then your body's fighting to get back into ketosis, and you're just kind of in a vicious cycle of spinning your wheels. Like I said, Josh and I do it about once a month, and that's about it. Unless it's like an emergency situation, like when his mom was in the hospital, I consider that an emergency, and it was fine. But I don't just choose to eat what I want every Saturday and Sunday. I maintain my ketoness on those days. So anyway, I'm going to jump off of here. I know this is a longer video, but I wanted you all to know some information. So I want you all to know that you are beautiful or handsome, depending upon, okay, you're beautiful. And you're beautiful no matter what the size tag says in the back of your shirt or in the back of your britches. You're beautiful, okay? I don't care. I don't care if your mascara is running down your face. You're still beautiful. Alrighty? I don't care if you got gray hair sticking up everywhere. You're still beautiful. Okay? You are. Beauty comes from the inside. Really does. And I care for you guys. I care enough to let you guys know, hey, here's my stance on cheating. And you guys know your bodies better than I do, okay? I know how my body reacts, and that's fine. But you guys know, and you guys know what's coming up in your calendar. I mean, you guys know if you're going to have a Memorial Day barbecue. I don't know what y'all are doing for Memorial Day. So, I mean, you guys know what's going on in your life. But I wanted to give you this information early enough that you guys can, if you guys decide to do your cheats like Josh and I do, you guys can plot and plan those accordingly. Okay? Just putting that out there. And you're not alone. This was something that was brought up to my attention when I posted about, hey, let me know, I want to hear from you guys about cheating, about cheat days, about off days, about, how do you guys do it? This was something that was actually, asked for via private message, which was fine. No worries. But they wanted to know, hey, what do I do when we have a family dinner or something going on, or, vacation, cheating? Are you guys keto all the way? We have our off days. And sometimes it's like a great refresh on our bodies for that. So there's that. You're not alone when you have questions. And sometimes it's hard to ask questions, and I get that. I was always the kid that talked out in class a lot of times, especially the later in the year it got. I wasn't afraid to ask a question. Maybe the first day or the first 5 minutes of class I was on the first day. But anyway, and be kind to others, and be kind to yourself. Okay. Sometimes having a cheat day is being kind. And I'm saying that because, great Aunt Effie, who is 94 years old, made her famous lemon meringue pie for Easter. And she knows that you love it, so she made it for you, and here you are on keto. Show Aunt Effie, great Aunt Effie, some kindness, and just have a piece of, of lemon meringue pie. Okay? If somebody makes you something special like that, show the kindness of graciously accepting it. And it doesn't, like I said, doesn't have to be a great big old piece. It can be a little piece. And just be like, oh, I'm full, Show kindness and to others. And especially when you're, telling people, hey, I'm on keto. And can't really have that. Show kindness. And a lot of times they'll return that kindness and be like, oh, well, especially if they're planning a menu. Well, is there anything that we can make that you can have? And be kind to yourself. Okay? Like that great Aunt Effie story that I just made up about the lemon meringue pie. Being kind to yourself would be having that small piece of great Aunt Effie's lemon meringue pie, because, we don't know how long we have our loved ones in our life. And you really don't want to live with the regret of, this was the last time that she was able to make it and I didn't get to partake in it. That's a thought. I mean, I dearly miss my mother-in-law and her cooking. And, I miss having conversations with her. And sitting here now, I regret not having more conversations with her than what I did. But the kindness is that last spring when she was doing so good, I spent a lot of time with my mother-in-law. And that I have those kind memories within me. Okay. So the kindness show kindness to others and show kindness to yourself, because I could beat myself up over not having all the memories in the world with my mother-in-law, or, you know, be like, I missed it on these, but I have these. Okay. So anyway, I know this is going to be a really, really, really long video about cheating. And it's just gone off in like 15 different rabbit trails, but that's all right. That's kind of how my brain works. So anyway, I'm going to jump off of here. But before I do, I want y'all to know, love ya!